Welcome everybody. It's a glorious Friday morning in Kowara Beach, Cairns, and yeah, fantastic. I think this might be the last day of August. We're getting very close to it. We're almost jumping into the next month. We've got some pretty positive news locally, and that's regarding the approval of the long-awaited $210 million water and tourist park at Kowara Beach. Now, apparently that's scheduled to open by mid-2026. Works will begin next month, and so that will create quite a bit of employment and be quite a boost to the local tourist industry. So that's a good thing. While I was in Saigon the last week, I actually listened to my local councillor give his 1 hour discussion on community radio, and it's really good to hear a bit of depth from your local representative, because when elections come around, you just get the pamphlets with all the basically condensed garbage. It's just sales in effect. But when they've got an hour on air, you can get a feel for how they think, and I think he's fairly down to earth. So that's Brett Olds, who's our local member here, a local councillor, and he's the deputy mayor. And I found it quite refreshing. It's very old school FNQ type thinking, which I sort of like in a way. I think it's good. So that's good news. We've had some terrible news in the UK with their new two-tiered Starmer, the PM, whose honeymoon period has abruptly ended because of the way he treats people from different ethnic and religious groups differently if they're marching in the streets. He certainly has gone much softer on Muslims who are protesting compared to other Brits, and that has caused a lot of disquiet in England, plus the fact that the boats are still coming into the country. So he's not controlling the borders in the UK, which is it's disintegrating as a society, and I think there could be a civil war in that country the way it's going. And I don't think that Labor's going to last long. I think they're going to lose so many by-elections because they're already on the nose after 6 weeks. I mean, God, that's got to be a record. And just one other thing I wanted to mention, you hear so many things about sanctions, about how the West is imposing sanctions upon Russia. Well, not all companies are doing it. There's an oil service group called SLB, and I'll just put up this little article on screen. It'll explain that they're doing gangbusters, providing expertise to the Russian oil industry. So basically, while America is sending arms over to the Ukraine for the Ukrainians to basically fight back against the invasion of their country, on the other hand, the government seems to allow mobs like SLB to basically train up Russians to source oil in areas where they need the Western expertise to actually extract it. In places like northern Siberia, where it's very difficult to extract oil, they need Western expertise, and it's still being provided. So you've got to tell you, I'm very cynical about the effect these sanctions are having when there's got big holes in it like this. It's very disheartening, in my opinion. But anyway, look, that's enough for this week as far as the news is concerned. Some good news, some bad news. That's life, I guess. I hope people enjoy what I'm going to provide. I've got a little bit more information, a little bit more material from my Vietnamese trip. I didn't get through all of it last time, so there'll be a bit more coming up here, and then we'll be reverting to local stuff. I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe. The subscriptions seem to have dried up. I got a bit of a burst for the last couple of weeks, and I'm very grateful for that, but they don't seem to be continuing on, unfortunately. And please comment on the videos, good or bad, doesn't matter. It helps the algorithm, so please do that, and give me a thumbs up if you feel inclined. So thanks for that. Hope you have a great day. It's glorious here. Love to be living in the Northern Beach, especially on a sunny day. And I hope you have a great weekend.
Okay, only got about 48 hours left now, and I've got a few things I want to do, but we'll see how we can check things off the list. I'm going to have my final bang me this morning before I go, because I won't be eating on Thursday at all. I'll probably get a cafe soda, but that's about it. And it looks as though Albanese's going to be really struggling to win the next election, which isn't a bad thing in my opinion. So get ready for Prime Minister Dutton. I reckon that's going to be what's going to happen. And things like that nuclear policy that he made, which just took a bit of guts to come up with that, people seem to be warming to it. Because I think people are so fed up with electricity prices being high that they know that renewables can't carry the whole burden. It needs to be another option. Anyway, I'll see if we can get a few things done today. I wouldn't mind having another goy coon, but gee, they're hard to come by. I even sent a message to my host asking where they'd be, and she just advised what I've done, which is to go up to that local market. She had no other option, so I should have asked the guys at the pub yesterday. They might have known. It's just crazy that this whole area, I don't think there's anywhere where you can get them. I'm not aware of it. You don't see signs of it. I think if someone was smart enough to come along and just have a little booth here, they'd probably do well, because I mean, I guess the Koreans here probably wouldn't be interested, but you just don't know. I think maybe there's a missed market opportunity, but yeah, easy for me to say. I'm not forking out any dough or commitment of time to it. It's talk is cheap, as they say. So maybe there is a rational reason for that. It's just damn annoying. I should have done it yesterday when I was in Vietjet. Like that lady told me, there was definitely someone selling it just down the road. It just takes one car to stuff up all the traffic flow in this street. It's not much. They're so narrow. And they allow people to park on the side of the road. That's probably one of the problems. There needs to be off-street parking here. That would help a lot. I'm just going to head down to the co-op and hopefully pick up another top like I've bought. I mean, it wasn't bad. I think it's quite well made. The decent sort of material and what have you, and it only cost about $20. I think it's quite reasonable value actually. So I'll pick up at least one more, I think, and see how we go. Yeah, I looked at I just put up another video, and of course a lot of the images on this camera, it's weird. I've got it down on about a 45-degree angle, and I'm getting a decent shot now, but I must have been holding it fairly straight when I was shooting it, so it actually gives you tops of buildings, and you've just got to have it on about a 45-degree angle to get a normal picture, which is weird because the other cameras I've never had to do that. I could just keep them straight, and that would be the focal plane. So yeah, it annoys me because I like to take better images than that. Take a little bit of pride in what I'm uploading, and it just pisses me off that I have to put stuff like that forward. Anyway, I'm glad I'm out of the house. It's about a little after midday, and because I eat in the mornings here, and then I'm sort of, the old stomach takes a while to settle down, so it restricts my time out during the day. So yeah, it's a problem because back home I don't eat breakfast, and maybe that's a smart move. It does restrict my lifestyle a bit. They've got to be careful. Luckily I don't have a huge appetite. I can get by without eating. Anyway, it's my second full day, last day here. Tomorrow's the last one, and then on Thursday, depending what my host says, I may be able to have a late checkout, which will make life a little easier, but it's not a major issue, because what I'll do is I'll do what I did last time. I've got two options. I could get a local bus, which is down the road from here, much closer, but it would be quite a long bus ride. That's the 152 bus. So in a way, I'm actually quite lucky I'm near there. But the other option is just to go to the central bus station and get the 190 bus, which is the sort of orange bus. So that's probably an easier option. Costs a little more, but yeah, costs a little bit more, but it's chicken feed. It's not really worthwhile. Convenience, I think, is more important. If you're heading off OS, you don't want to be any major stuff-ups. But not that there. I mean, there's plenty of options. As long as my phone's working, I'm a bit worried my data plan might die on me on Thursday, which would be pretty bad, because then I couldn't get a grab bike. So that would not be good. Well, not a grab bike, a grab car in this case, because I've got my luggage with me too. Actually, it's not too hot at the moment. It felt warm walking out of the room, but doesn't feel too bad when walking. It's the sun that sort of adds to it. No, it's quite pleasant actually. There's another electric vehicle. I've seen a couple of bikes. There are some electric bikes around now. But when you see Grab using them, then you'll know that it's really taken off. I mean, you know, internal combustion engines still have the edge over electric, especially long distance. Around the city, charging up a bike, I suppose it's not as hard as charging a car. I doubt we'll even have charging stations here. You'd have to do it at home. So, yeah, well, I mean, EVs aren't going to take off until they improve the capacity of the batteries and also the charging time. To get those two things sorted out, which will happen, then it will finally become a real competitor to ICE vehicles. And I think it'll be a good thing, because the exhausts are not healthy and they're noisy. So it'll be a quieter world and a cleaner world. So it's a good thing, but it's just not viable at the moment. Of course, people like Albanese and Joe Biden, who's still apparently the president, which is a bit of a joke. I doubt whether he's doing any presidential duties. But they're both basically big EV advocates. But the thing about that is, it's fine to be an EV advocate, but don't force people into getting EVs before they're ready, before industry's ready to adopt it. The early adopters are pretty well got their EVs now. There's not much of a market left, and that's why it's dropping off until it becomes viable, and it will. I think there's actually the plan is that they'll have the solid state batteries, which will provide that fastest charging time and better battery capacity. That'll first be in high-end cars. I think might be Toyota's plan. Oh no, it could be Mercedes actually. They're probably all going to follow that same plan anyway, because initially it'll be more expensive. Until they get the mass production happening, it'll be a luxury car. And as I said all along, I regarded Teslas as pretty well a luxury car for the average person. They've done extremely well considering, but I don't like the look of them actually. I don't like that minimalist design inside, but they're still hanging out for the robo-taxi stuff. But all these promises we hear from them, there's so many hurdles to overcome before robo-taxis can work. Lots of government regulation has to be overcome to allow them. Yeah, it's not easy. On top of the technical requirements, they're still not perfect, the full self-driving software. Jeez, it's just one lousy Goi Kum seller would be nice, you just never see them. Okay, into the depths of the mall. I'm going to try to see if there's an exit door on the other side. I haven't done this before, but that would get me into a whole other area a lot faster than going all around the building. I was pointing up into the sky again. Yeah, I usually come from that direction over there. That's where I just came from. So I hope you can see that in frame now. Combination of my bad eyesight and the crazy framing of this camera makes life a bit difficult. I don't know why they designed it like this, or unless I've got a dud model. Anyway, yeah, I got my Goi Kum. That was weird. Like, I paid her 20. I thought she's charging me 10 per Goi Kum, like they do in. I put two fingers up. I said hi, which means two in Vietnamese, and then she put up two fingers. She did it a couple of times. I think she just gave me an extra one, but it cost 20, so it was actually even cheaper than I usually pay. So, but I didn't. Now only asked for two, so I was sort of waiting for the change because she pulled out a 10 and a couple of twos. I'm pretty sure that it was like the standard price of 14 for two, but she gave me 3 for 20, so fine. Okay, I can live with it. Anyway, I found something, and it's just behind the supermarket. So that was good to know. That's much more convenient than the other place. I went all the way down the main road, didn't have to, as it turned out. Oh, that barber's still there. Why don't they charge for a haircut? Oh, they've got customers. Yeah, down there. They should have footbridges, but you have to walk all the way back down here because they don't. Stupid. Yeah, see how much wet water there is. It's ridiculous. It's like they had a hurricane, a cyclone just come through. Oh, well, that was really weird. That's such a typical Vietnamese moment. Second last day of my trip. Will I go and check out that quirky banh mi place? I don't know. I'm going to have my last bar right now, and yeah, I'm still not sure what I'll do. Whether I'll do that, I probably should have a haircut, even though I don't think I really need one. I mean, it's just so cheap compared to Australia that a trim would be worthwhile getting done. I could go to that one near the shopping centre, the SV Vivo shopping centre, SC Vivo. That little truck that's set up, but got no idea what they're like. I know the other mob will do a really good job that I've been to before. Just got to walk across to the other side of the river near where the hospital is, the FV hospital. It's a fair distance, but I definitely feel better for having a decent walk each day. I think I probably should do the same thing when I'm back in Cairns. Just force myself to have at least a half-hour walk or something. Now, I mean, I've got a nice beach to go down to, so why not? So I should get into that. I suppose that's where the dog walking is good. If you've got a dog, you sort of feel inclined to walk it. Although when I had a dog, I was terrible that way. I feel really guilty. Didn't walk the poor bastard enough. Yeah, not a great pet owner in that respect. I mean, I love the dog, and I never deprived of anything else, but I should have walked him more. That was not good. But yeah, we all make mistakes, don't we? So, yeah, that and going to the banh mi place. I mean, I should be able to squeeze both in. Depends what reaction I have to the Phar Bo today. Let's see how busy it is too, because I've got here about 7:30, and it can generally be busier at this time of day than later. So we'll see. Hopefully, there's a seat available outside. Pretty full up here. Oh God, I'm pretty pushing it. As I say, this is fairly peak time. I don't want to sit at that table because it gets noisy. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, this one here's okay. Yeah, this one's okay. This is good. I'll sit here. Nice big solid concrete job. I think it looks cracking in the centre there. But yeah, this one will do fine. Yeah, I was just listening to Brett Old's podcast. He's our local member for Cairns, looking after, I think, District 9 we're in. I'm not quite sure, but it encompasses all the beach suburbs and what have you. And yeah, he's just talking a whole lot of things. He's actually mirroring nearly every opinion I've got, which is quite extraordinary. He's a guy I wouldn't mind having a beer with, to be quite frank. I think he's got some very sensible views. And it's just on community radio, so probably the most people that would have heard it would have been in the hundreds if you're lucky, I guess, because community stations are just sort of, like I was involved in that years ago, and it's pretty, it's a lot of fringe stuff happening there and what have you, but it's good that he actually speaks, because if you can actually hear your politicians speak for an hour, it gives you a bit of depth, and this is what we're missing with, say, state and federal politicians. I've never heard them speak like that. Maybe there is a way that somewhere where it's broadcast, but I think for the sake of democracy we need that sort of length, and that would be the type of thing that would basically put the kibosh on someone like Kamala Harris, because then they'd have to start talking about some issues, and that could really. I'd like to see her suppress her maniacal laugh for an hour. I don't think that she'd be capable of that. She's very much being programmed at the moment to make sure her image isn't crazy, and that's the trouble with modern politics. That they, it's all fake. It's all performance stuff. I mean, it's been going on for years, mind you. I think actually Adolf Hitler was one of the first to bring that in. He was very professional in that respect, and it does work. It's a form of propaganda, I guess, is the way you present yourself to the public, even if there's no substance. Like Nixon got killed in the debate against Kennedy because he had a 5-o'clock shadow. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, democracy's is a great concept in theory, but the reasons that people vote, I think they'd shock a lot of people and make you a bit cynical about the whole thing. Yeah, I just wanted to get a haircut, and I had to go upstairs in a hotel, one floor up, and a young girl quoted me 300,000 dong for a haircut, which means it's a damn sight more than a bloody haircut. Oh my God. There's a few nefarious things happening here. Big anti-aging clinic just there. Look at that. I'm going to go down to the main street now and see what happens. I know where there's a legitimate barber, but I have to walk a fair way to get there. I've given up on doing the bang me with the animal shapes. I couldn't be bothered. So we'll just stick to... Oh, other thing is I got my clothes delivered, which is good, but I'm room... They got the wrong room number. I'm 202, and they hung it on 201. Even though there was a note attached to the clothes, making it quite clear that it was for 202, not 201. So they're pretty slack there. And I still haven't got my black top back. I bought another one from the supermarket yesterday, slightly different design to what I've got. They seem pretty well made actually. They should last a while. They're fairly thick, so that should work out well, I think. It's quite warm at the moment. It's about 1 o'clock. Yeah, that was bizarre. That barber shop bullshit. Yes, it's like massage shops that provide a lot more than massages. So wasted on me, sadly, at this stage of my life. Yeah, because she gave the quote, and there's so many zeros because you got 1,000 straight away. I was thinking, is it 30,000 for a haircut? Yeah, that would be a legitimate haircut. The 300,000, nah, that's ridiculous. That is a naughty haircut, if there is such a thing. Well, another magic moment with Google. I definitely went past where the salon is, but it's closed. Like every other damn business. The turnover in businesses, small businesses in this place is staggering. So what I'm going to do is, because I'm actually down this way and virtually to where the hair salon I went to last time is, I might as well just go there and get another cut. Because, you know, like it's going to cost, even though it's about 90 here, which is apparently it's supposed to be between 15 and 50 for locals to pay for a haircut. If you're in a local area, but this is not a normal local area. And well, there might be some places around, but you'd have to really be in the know. So just, yeah, I'm sure they're there somewhere, but it doesn't worry me. It's still, it's only a fraction of what I pay in Australia, even when you go to a fairly upmarket place. I know the bridge has got to be coming up, so I think it's got to be down the next section here. So I never go to, so I suppose it's something new. It's not the most, you don't see people walking around here because it's not much to really see. Yeah, I get to walk up to the building with the huge cavity in it. And that dentist would have a job trying to fill that one. God knows what they charge. Yep. Yeah, not far away from there now. That's not bad. Good to get out of the way. So I've had my dental done. I'm about to have my hair done. And that's about it service-wise. Whew. Yeah, like I said, it's just a couple more of these incredible residential towers that just seem to be everywhere. As I say, you can see them down there, the end of the river, and over there on the bank as well. Stack of a bastards everywhere. I just wouldn't want to live like that. And you've got Crescent Mall just over there. So yeah, glad we're away from that main road though. It's a horrible road. I'll come back the way I've come before, which will also be past a lot of these high rises. I better get my bearings now because I can't remember exactly where this this barber was. Got a rough idea, but oh, I recognise that. Yeah, I remember walking past there before. So yeah, I do have a reasonably good idea where I am. Wow, my favourite bar Hung is actually there. The seller was there today, so I caught her a few Sundays ago. Excuse me, much better quality than the other ones I've had. So still get an occasional coughing fit, but not all the time, thank God. Definitely on the mend. But yeah, that's great news. It was worth the diversion from the haircut to go there, because the thing about these sellers is you never know when they're going to be there. What day, what time of day. So it's just a lucky dip. But they got the freedom of that, I guess. You know, they're running their own business. They can run it when they like. It's better for locals, I presume, to be more predictable, but you know, it works, I guess. But I'm very happy. The last full day here, I get myself a really nice goy coon, so I'm happy about that, because the variety does vary a lot. I think a lot of them are just shoved bean shoots in to sort of fill in the bulk. The one yesterday at least had some seafood there. It had a prawn or two. The really bad ones, and I had them up here, they don't have anything, no seafood, nothing, just you know, maybe mint leaves and bean shoots, and that's really it, just wrapped with rice paper. Not good enough. This one's very good. So I haven't done the barbecue, the Korean barbecue, but you know, I just don't have the need to eat so much. I'd have to change my eating habits and probably not eat in the mornings to make it worthwhile. Anyway, very happy I've got finally found my favourite goik lady. Fantastic. Pretty popular around here to have a meal too. This is very popular because that's a big hospital there, and there's the French Vietnamese one's just down the road, and there's another one as well. So it's quite a few hospitals in this area. Oh, it's my last night here. This is Wednesday night, flying out tomorrow. Decided, I had two options. I could just sort of basically go and get some more beer and just having a couple more cans. Seem to have 2 cans of 333 beer and potato chips. It's weird about the potato chips. I only eat them when I'm over here. Never eat them at home. Never. Anyway, that's what my first option. The second option is to go to Speakeasy. I was opting for the first option because I'm pretty buggered after having such a long walk today. Where I got my a haircut and everything, but oh god, there's a shitload of traffic here at the moment. Yeah, I've got to put this camera virtually on a 90-degree downward angle to get a decent shot. Yeah, a lot of the traffic is taxis. Anyway, that's the only way I can get a decent framing. This is insane. Anyway, I'll be careful getting across the road. There's always someone driving across. There's definitely a higher proportion of cars in this area than the rest of Saigon. And if this is the future, which it probably is, it's going to be such a traffic clogged city in the future. Some other people are probably out getting food at the moment, but I've already had mine. So I'm just going to have a happy hour drink. I've got a choice of Carlsberg or the Vietnamese drop, and the Vietnamese drop was fine, so I'll get that 75. They said 70, but it was 75 for 2 draft beers. So you get 2 for the price of 1, basically. It's not a bad deal because you'd be up for 100 if you got the Saigon Red. So it's good to get a different beer. And seeing it's the last night and seeing I don't really go out much when I'm back home, it's a bit of a sin not to at least to leave the hotel room, take advantage of the fact that there's a bar just a couple of blocks down. So won't play any pool because I'm just hopeless at it and I'm an embarrassment compared to the guys who play there. So I'll just have a quiet drink. Hopefully they've got some nice retro music playing. They usually do. I think they had Creedence last time and had Led Zepp. So they've had some good music playing there. And watch some of that crappy Olympic stuff, which I never watch myself. So, yep. And far Vietnam's pretty quiet. No surprise there. They don't do much business at night. Well, that was a rather strange and disappointing end to the experience of going to Speakeasy. When I walked in, there was this guy playing music, sort of country and western type music. He had an amplifier and a guitar. Actually, it might have been the owner of the bar, I'm not sure, but apparently it was his birthday. And he was playing music, and he had a group of people that were applauding his songs. And then he gave this speech about some tribe somewhere in Vietnam who were doing it tough and didn't have water or electricity. And he was trying to sell t-shirts to get money for them or something. And this speech went on for at least 5 minutes, maybe longer. And I thought, God, is this going to continue on? I mean, this is not what I came to the pub for. And finally, he put up stumps, but then the music didn't start for another 10 minutes. And then there was this couple of kids that are sort of running around the bar, and it's sort of like McDonald's rather than a pub. It was just a very strange night. Not really what I was hoping for, and I've never struck it like that before, so I don't know what was going on. But again, it's just typical Vietnam. You just can't count on anything. Would have probably been better off to go to number 5 bar, but I just too buggered to worry getting a grab down there and then get one back. That's the other hassle, because I've been caught out a few times and had to pay for a taxi to get back. But yeah, that was just a very strange night. So anyway, don't know if that's really worth the effort tonight. There were a few people playing pool, but again, they're probably fairly adept at the game, and I just don't feel confident playing. I think partially due to the fact I've got a bung eye as well. So I've got bad eyesight in my left eye, and that's my good eye, and the other one's even worse because until I have the oil removed from it, I think it's going to be pretty bad. So I think my pool playing days are in abeyance until I get that operation to remove the oil from the other eye. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, one of the guys playing pool was wearing one of those special sort of gloves for pool playing, so they look pretty serious. So they're probably pretty damn good at the game, so good thing I just sat at the bar and had a drink. Well, I'm at the bus station again, and cost me 90. I gave the guy a tip, the Grab driver. Thought I was going to have a problem just booking the Grab fare because I just wasn't getting any coverage. They put me in this crappy room which I took shots of, so no doubt you've seen them. And it was really depressing, so I just wanted to get out of there. I was thinking about staying there till about 2:33, but I said, no, I'm getting out at 2 o'clock. I'd rather be at the airport. That's how depressing that room was. So it shows you how much the budget rooms, what they're like. I don't think it even had Wi-Fi, but I couldn't get a signal for Grab in that room. So, and I've got Vietjet on the phone anyway, so it's not like I needed Wi-Fi, but it must have been like a bunker, and I couldn't get any signal from the towers, from the mobile towers. So yeah, the guy anyway turned up on time, no problem, and he got really frustrated because my street that I've been staying in at Song Apartments is always clogged with traffic, and today it was just exactly the same as usual. And he couldn't even get this cab out, and he got really pissed off and actually had to move a bloody bike across just so to have enough room, because there were arborists cutting plants on the other side, and they had a fairly large truck, so that just made matters even worse. But yeah, he cracked it. He wasn't happy. I've never seen that before. But yeah, he was very frustrated by it. So yeah, it's a warmish day. It always seems to be sort of on the cusp of a thunderstorm at the moment. It's you can see a bit of grey cloud there. Yeah, I'm making sure I'm looking at the framing on this damn camera, because like I say, sometimes I have to virtually have it on a 90-degree angle looking down the road just to get the right vision, but at the moment I'm fine. I'm looking at it and see it's okay, and I just have to keep checking from time to time. But yeah, it could be a bit of a wait, but it's no big deal. It's only about 2:30. It's an 8 o'clock flight, or 7:55. Oh, that's the other weird thing too. I was able to finally get a confirmation of that flight, but it was through my mobile phone. For some reason I couldn't get it on the laptop. It just wasn't working, but I was able to log in to my Skyboss account on the bloody mobile. Weird, really weird. I wish I'd done that on Monday. It would have saved me having to go into the Turtle Lake thing, although it wasn't bad. It wasn't a major inconvenience, because I just walked there down to Bovia and got the shopping done I wanted to do anyway, so it wasn't a major issue. So that didn't really cause any great angst, but yeah, just strange. Technology, just, it's good to have a few devices, because I tried also on the on my tablet, and every time I did it, it's the same as on the PC. It came up with this cookies pop-up, which prevented me from actually putting any data in where I wanted it. It's just so damn annoying. But that's tech for you, isn't it? Very frustrating. Anyway, I can see the airport bus is just over there. It's a pretty prominent orange-looking bus. Should be in frame there. Yeah, it's pretty. You can't miss it. So pretty sure it's 109, but I've been trying to look it up on Google, and I just can't get anything on Google. So I don't know what's going on. I got the grab bike card, which is the most important thing, but I can't get details on Google. Weird. But I think it's about 45 minutes between trips on the bus, and again, I'm in no rush. So just hang around here for another half hour, probably waiting for the bus to finally come around here, because they all come along here to be picked up. Oh, I got check-in done, which is great. To get it done really early, no need to worry. Yeah, it's all done, so just got to find a seat. That's going to be the hard part. Crazy. I mean, it's about 4 hours or so before the flight. And there was no one really queuing at Vietjet. That's what I love about it. You just get in early. You don't have any of the normal hassles. So I think it's a great system. I mean, finding the actual departure area was a bit difficult. I walked all the way up and down, and some guy gave spruikers are giving me bullshit information, of course, as soon as I got off the bus. So, just that's to be expected, I guess. There's just no seats. This is ridiculous. This place is super crowded. There's just a total lack of seats. I guess they're trying to force you into going through. I might as well have to, because I have to go to a lounge or something. This is crazy. I've never seen it this bad. Oh, bugger this. I was just going to have a drink of water and things before I went through all the usual security crap. Oh well, could be here for a while. I've got plenty of time. I hope. I feel sorry for someone who's on a short time frame with their flight, though. They might be panicking a bit. There's a lot of people. I've never seen it this crowded. Good old security checks. What a pain. But it's out of the way, so now it's just. I'll still have to do another one domestically tomorrow morning, but at least I won't have to do the passport thing, because God, that took forever. It was so crowded. No sign of my luggage. I'm really getting worried, because I've got to get my connecting flight. It's leaving at 10:40. I don't think I'm going to make it the way things are going. It's almost 9 o'clock, and I still haven't even got my luggage. I've got to get through customs and get the connecting bus. Oh God, this is freaking me out. Just don't need this, because the flight was at least half hour late. This is very stressful. Well, I did make it to gate 53. My Jetstar flight had about 20 minutes to spare, so by my standards, that's really cutting it fine. I don't know where my bag came from, but it eventually did show up, thank God. Yeah, so I'm very happy that I'm going to make my flight to Cairns after all. God, I'd hate to be stuck in Sydney. That'd be shocking. So it's worked out fairly well, but boy, I was stressed out baggage collection, because it was looking grim. I've been waiting for over half an hour for my bags to come through, and then just nothing else came up. There was a Vietjet lady there who said that more baggage was to come, but it wasn't looking good, and if it hadn't come at that time. The other good thing that happened was that I got straight through customs and had to go for any crap, so that didn't slow that down, and there was a bus waiting, a transfer bus, so it all worked out fairly well and made it reasonably comfortably, but I wouldn't want to do it this way all the time. It could potentially be very stressful. Can't believe I'm actually back in Cairns again, finally. Probably going to get a Cairns taxi just to the Harley Davidson place, then wait for the 111 bus, get me back home, 50 cent fare. I think I can handle that. Oh, there we go. I just can't use the mobile at the moment. The data's not working, so I can't use rideshare. So I guess that's about my only option. Seems to happen to me. Technology doesn't work for me and I have to go to damn Cairns taxi, but what can you do? Well, there's no rush now. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so plenty of time, no rush. It's good. I wouldn't want to hit the school bus though, not with all my gear there, but that's about the only caveat I have on this. I could get the 110 and then just change buses, but it'll cost me an extra 50 cents the way the new fare structure is. Yeah, the airport now has its own Uber zone. I went inside to these guys near a rental place, just asked them about my phone, and they were super helpful. They were really good. They got my data up and running and switched the SIMs. It was really nice of them. But this is actually dedicated for Uber pickups here, and it's much closer than the old one. And one thing I've noticed is that the same pattern forms. I mean, when a plane comes in, the prices go up on the Ubers, and as time goes by, after the plane disperses the customers, the passengers, the prices drop, and that's what's happened just now. When I first walked out here about 10 minutes ago, it was about $67 for the cheapest Uber. Now it's down to $55 for Uber X. So it sort of illustrates how volatile the algorithm is regarding the charges for Uber. So basically, if you've got a bit of patience, you can save yourself quite a bit of money. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.